Hey to anyone watching. This is the year 1925. My name's John Murray and I'm just a simple English boy from an old region in the north, County Durham. I decided to record a shoot video for anyone watching this today. Mom and Dad finally saved up to buy me a camera. These things just got introduced to us a few days ago up in here in the north. A day in my life is what you'll be witnessing. A life of sweat, blood and tears, all from the job I've been working for almost a year now. As the youngest member of the family, I had been forced into becoming the coal trapper. My only job is to clean up any remains of dust and coal that the others left behind, as well as open and close the door that allow air into the mines. I mean, come on, I can do more than that. But sometimes, after reading horrifying stories in the coal mines, I see myself being grateful for just being the trapper. At the end of the day, my life isn't that all that bad. I have my friends that I stay very close to. I mean, yeah, health and hygiene isn't great down there, but how much better could the rich be living right now? If any of you are even unlucky enough to even know the city of County Durham, you most definitely know it because of its fame in coal mining. There's really nothing more to say about this old gloomy town. Here's a cool picture I took in downtown, pretty much the best part the city has to offer. Nothing much more, really. Now, if you thought that was bad, welcome to my area. I cannot think of one member of our minds who has not spent their entire lives in this very tenement. A total of 12 rooms of floor with 3 different stories. I spend most of my days here playing football with my friends. I mean, I'm trying to find more things to say about this side, but it sort of speaks for itself, doesn't it? Anyways, my day began as always with the beckonings and ravaging sounds down next door to me at the common kitchen. Thankfully, today was a good day. We had food to be placed on the breakfast table. An average sized plate of cold meatloaf was served. Not a surprise, really. But obviously, in this time of age, it would do. For the first time ever, though, it was possible for breakfast to be served. I wondered for minutes in a row at the time how that could be of any possibility. Yet I had the quick instinct to open the front door and read the newspaper that was delivered the same morning. Financial statement, orders of the day by the Chancellor is what first struck out to me. And after thoroughly reading it and with my eyes lit up, reading carefully the words, reinstatement of the gold standard. And there it was. This was the reason for which I had breakfast on the table today. The gold standard had finally been reinstated by the Chancellor, and now this is the country's economy that could finally be of more stability. Higher salaries, more food, more free time, more happiness. Now, before leaving the abode for a terribly long and dangerous day of work, I couldn't help but hear almost locomotive like sound in the back of the kitchen. I turn and see this new cleaning machine that for some reason mom calls a vacuum. Apparently, it had just come out today and was somehow afforded by father. This gold standard truly was changing lives. However, what I would sincerely wish for even more than breakfast and vacuums today was safety at work. And that, unfortunately, just hope I don't come home again today to another gruesome and horrifying mining accident that'll haunt me once again. Work was about a minute walk from my house, and the road was simply plain, dusty, and dirty. I figured there's no point to waste my clips of brand new camera on some rusty old road. But now it was time to work. Any day now, I or any of my friends could be buried in tons of dirt, rocks, and coal. But we pushed through it. It was the only way. Well, the fact that I'm still here today to make this for you guys means nothing ever happened to me. But nothing was said about my coworkers, were they? This is really the only picture I could take before entering the dim and dark underworlds of County Durham. Enjoy it as it is, because it only got worse from there. This was the entrance of the minings that unfortunately I will most probably be destined to see every 7 a.m. morning for the rest of my life. This is what my life looks like. Every day opening and closing that same very wooden door that allows the others to pass through with a proper flow of oxygen to their lungs. When looking at my drawing here, I don't feel the same pain and loss of hope. I usually do when in there. However, when thinking of it, thinking of sitting 12 hours in the pitch dark with no human interaction, it gets horribly bad. I begged and still begged father to let me drink alcohol and smoke camel cigarettes, as it seems to help him cope and drown all his problems. But for some reason, he says no, even after ads and posters like this one. I mean, a doctor is literally advertising it. Does that not mean that it's harmless? Speaking of which, no cigarettes or alcohol, even the finest ones, could undo or drown what happened that very day. Section 3 of the mines was where I spent most of my days. However, today, in Section 5 East, as seen in this detailed sketch of the undergrounds I luckily picked up from my patron, I could suddenly sense that darkness was not the only thing surrounding me. Loud screaming sounds, expanding heat, diminishing oxygen, and a compression of souls started to become apparent. Now, not much could be said because I was lucky enough to be one of the very few survivors that morning. However, this tragic picture was one I took. According to His Highness King George V's police escort and investigation team, 3 of my beloved peers, young boy Phil, old man Rudy, and Jackson, passed away. And to top that, 8 were also burnt. One good thing came out of that day, however. I got to leave this, mind my language, dump hole early today, and might even get a few days off. Once home, mother had a small dinner for us again. And to my surprise, father's higher wage made him subscribe to the international newspaper for the United Kingdom. And quickly after, he pulled out the first newspaper we were ever given that had just arrived today quickly after his subscription. It was titled The Bellbird Colliery Disaster. And there and then my heart had stopped. After skimming through it even more, I had learned that over in our neighbouring country, Wales, a terrible mining accident had occurred, where 26 people were found fatally dead. This was not fake either. It had come from the Official Investigation Act of the Bellbird accident in New South Wales. My head had not yet processed what had happened until it hit me. The same very accident happened to us all today. Less deaths, yes. However, the very same incident. From there I asked myself, at what point will this life turn around into something spectacular? At what point will I have a reaction to find food and joy on the table every day? And at what point will the government and the country sense our struggles and change it all for the best? My name is John Winston Murray, and I am, and always will be, a coal miner from County Durham.